Hello friends, in the beginning of the film we are shown a house where a girl is imprisoned with her boyfriend. The person who has kept them both captive is torturing them a lot, but the girl musters up courage and tries to get out of there. She climbs herself up and runs out of there. When she goes to her boyfriend's room, her boyfriend asks her to go away because her boyfriend knew that the person who has tied him up will kill him. The girl starts running and she is being chased by a man who has a weapon like a spear in his hand. The girl runs and reaches the top of the mountain, but the man does not stop chasing her, so she jumps from the mountain and gives up her life. After this we see two people. These two are a couple. Their names are Mike and Mike. Both of them want to go camping in the forest, so they go to the forest department and ask them which is the best place. Here there is a map where trekking can be done. The officer there tells them that the forest is very dangerous, but trekking can be done anywhere there, so they have to be alert while trekking before going for trekking in the forest. Both of them decide to leave their mobiles in the car because they know that there should be no disturbance during trekking. Both of them get confused while looking at the map of the forest, that where should they trek. Only then they reach there. A woman comes. Her name is Ed. She lives in this forest. She tells them that the forest is very beautiful, but the most beautiful place there is timber forest because it is very quiet and isolated. After this both the teams leave for the falls. All the girls are very happy with the strip. She and Mike kiss each other and start getting intimate with each other. While they are getting intimate, three boys reach there. They are disturbing them, and the girls do not like this at all because those boys are getting lost in him. Then one of those boys, rude, wants to sell a truck to Mike, and he tells Mike that if you buy it then we will leave from here. In anger he wants to leave his gang, but the guys stop Mike from doing so. Mike gives him money and the boys reach there. After this Mike goes near the waterfall where he meets a forest officer whose name is Clyde. He tells them that many people come here to visit because this place is very beautiful. Mike asks where they can go camping here. The client tells him about a lake where they go camping. She goes to take a bath in the morning. When she comes out after taking a bath, a man is standing behind her who catches her and kidnaps her and takes her with him. When Mike picks up the body, he sees that it is not around him. He goes to find Sheryl. Mike looks for her but doesn't find her anywhere. Then Mike sees two of those three boys coming. One of them has a cell towel in his hand. Mike beats both of them very badly. One of them runs away. Mike asks the other boy where his girlfriend is. He says that he doesn't know at all. He found the body's towel lying on the road. Mike throws that boy at her, due to which he faints. He starts running in the jungle, but by mistake his foot gets stuck in a ditch, due to which he feels a lot of pain. Then Mike takes her to his house and treats him. Mike's injury is very deep, so it takes some time to heal. He makes tea for him. Mike asks her about the serial. Ida assures him that he will definitely find her. Then Rudy comes outside Ida's house, who was searching for Mike because Mike had beaten Brody's men thoroughly. Vida brings tea for Mike and calls him Michael. Mike gets suspicious and asks Vida not the tea how come she is calling him Michael, because no one has ever called him Michael except his grandmother and man. Then Mike remembers that his passport was stolen on the way. Ida had stolen it. Mike starts to leave from there, but Ed attacks him and does not let him go. Mike and Ed fight. Mike, after making Ida unconscious, starts searching for the cereal. He goes to the basement where many children and people were preserved. Mike looks there. He opens the door of the cereal, which they had kept locked there. Just then the man who kidnapped the cereal comes there. He attacks Mike with a weapon like a shovel and knocks Mike unconscious by hitting him on the head with a hammer. Sheryl starts running alone. The man starts chasing Sheryl, but just then the body is seen flying. She asks for help from the client. The man follows her. The client scolds the man that how did the body run away from there, and takes a rod and knocks Sheryl unconscious. At night the body was dressed like a bride and Mike was taken to the house as the groom. The strange man who is about to marry them is Ed's brother Declan. Heda says that they believe in the Bible a lot, and since Mike and Sheryl have had sex before marriage. Mike and Sheryl need to be free from this sin. The client comes to disturb the drunk and Mike is hanged in another room. Then Ed comes there and makes Declan run away. Ed and the client are husband and wife, and they go and tell Sheryl and Mike that they both can never become parents, so they want Mike and Sheryl to produce children for them whom they can keep with them. After this, Ed and Mike lie down in the same room and ask them to get intimate so that Sheryl can get pregnant and they can get a child. Next morning Ed comes there and checks whether they did anything at night or not, but they both did not get intimate at night. The client tells Mike that if they do not get married after that, then he will make them suffer every day. Meanwhile, Declan cuts Mike's back with a blade and pours alcohol on it, due to which Mike starts screaming. Ed also cuts one of Sheryl's fingers. Rudy comes there searching for her, but just before that Mike's car was drowned in the lake during the flight. He tells Rudy that both of them have left from there, and after this Rudy leaves from there. It is night and Clyde takes Mike and Sheryl in the same room and asks them to get intimate. If they do so, they will be punished further. Sheryl tries to convince Mike that why don't both of them listen to her, but Mike knew that after having a child they will kill him. So he understands the body and agrees to it. Sheryl's husband had complained that his daughter is missing, so an officer calls Sheryl and Mike. While searching for the body, she comes to the forest department and talks to Officer Clyde on the walkie-talkie. Clyde is at the place where he has kept Mike and the body. His entire family is also there with him. When the officer asks him about those people, Clyde denies and says that he does not know anything. The officer then goes to Rudy and tells him that if he finds both of them, the police will give him a huge reward. Greedy Rudy agrees to help the officer. Meanwhile, at night, Declan goes to Sheryl and tries to seduce her. The body starts screaming, which Kida and Clyde hear, and they go and tell their brother that they will not be able to do what he is saying. Then Sheryl laughingly says that she is already 2 months pregnant. Ida and Client's plan seems to fail because both of them believe in the Bible, and according to the Bible, getting pregnant before marriage is a sin. Rudy and her friend come to Ida's house. He suspects that Clyde and Ida have kidnapped both of them. Both of them enter their house. Rudy comes to the basement and sees the same sight there which Mike had seen there. There are many children. His other partner finds another way, but Light kills him. Here Light shoots Rudy, which kills him. When Light and Ed are disposing of both the bodies, Na says that she will abort Sheryl because that child is a sin, but the client tells her that abortion is also a sin. Both of them decide to kill Mike and Sheryl and ask other couples to try again for a child. Here, seeing the opportunity, Mike frees himself. When Light comes to kill him, he attacks his neck with a knife, due to which the client falls down. Mike snatches his gun and shoots him, due to which he dies. Ed comes there. He sees the dead body of the client. In anger, he attacks Mike with a knife, due to which Mike gets killed, but Sheryl frees himself and puts a rod on the head of the victim. She knocks him unconscious. The micro-Sheryls run away. Mike asks Sheryl to bring a walkie-talkie so that he can call for help. Sheryl goes upstairs to find the walkie-talkie and asks for help, but Deacon attacks her. She hits a cross on her hand, injuring Declan. She finds a phone there to call for help. We are then shown a scene from 1 year later where Mike and Sheryl are very happy and they have a little daughter. They hide her in the room and go out. Then someone comes there who has the same weapon in his hand as Declan used. After this, the film ends at the same place where it was released in 2007, and its IMDb rating is 5.2.